Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you guys are here. Today, I've got kind of a different unboxing because I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure of what it is. It showed up, came DHL. It is Jack Smacks, which I'm guessing here, that this may be from a company called Wanersen or EDCGearZone.com, but we'll get into it. We'll see. So anyways, before I get started, I do want to thank all the channel members. Thank you, and thank anybody who's taken their curiosities, brought them in here, and they're taking the time to check out my knife, my EDC content, yada yada. If you're so inclined, it would really help me out if you'd hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Sorry to go through that, but most people don't subscribe, and I'd love to have more subscribers. So anyway, I'm going to use my Amazon.com little titanium Balisong knife. The only Balisong knife I mess with, and I don't even mess with it that much. It's just my unboxing knife. And I'm going to get into, that side looks like it's already been opened. This was an international shipment, so who knows what we're going to have in here when we get into it. Let's see. It's got some kind of weird packing label on the back that I don't want to dox anybody, but I don't think I'll open it the right way. Alright. We got a little box, and a little box, and some paper, and that's it. Alright, so this is from EDCGearZone.com. This is a company that I met and started seeing their stuff on Instagram, started commenting, talking to them. Anyway, it's not a knife. As you guys know, I get into other weird shit too, right? EDC type stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, these are a couple of different I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I want to say it's Wanersen, W-A-N-E-R-S-E-N. These should be a couple of little fidgets. They're air sealed from being in the plane. No, they're not. They're just not open. I'm an idiot. Alright, and a time capsule. So this is EDC for you, EDCGearZone.com, and this is Wanersen. I'm not going to dox my contact, but it's a super neat company. They did send me these to check out, to share with you guys, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm going to have to learn about them because, like you can see here on this little time capsule, it's got several different detent balls and springs, and it looks like different things that you can put in. Oh, it's heavy, which I like. It's a little spinner, clicker, and I think right now it needs to have those things installed. This is called, if I'm not mistaken, the time clicker, and I think that's probably stainless. I don't think it's titanium because it's got some weight to it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get into that. Let's see if it's magnetic. I don't know if it is or not. Anyway, that's got some potential. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get into it. Let's see if it's, oh, that's one way to get into it. Let me get this little ball that just fell out. So I had one little ball fall out there, and so what we've got is we've got this bearing, got a couple of springs here, so I may have had more than one ball fall out. So it looks like you can put more springs and more balls in it. Maybe it just had one ball in it. And I can look for that later, because what we will do is I see two springs down in there. So what I'm going to do for trial and error is I'm going to grab one more, and I can see the little ridges on the top here. I'm going to grab one more little ceramic, or should I get the brass ones? Let's do brass. Take those two. I'm trying to get these little balls out without having tons of stuff come out. All right, there we go. All right, so I got two little balls out. I'll put that little ball back in there because, again, I don't really know what these little balls do. But I think by setting them there, see, you've got these little indentions there. Yeah, that's got more click. So I bet you if I want to set this up, I got to not do what I did before because I want to keep those balls in place. But I bet you I can take my springs This is me just being an idiot, guys. I'm not sure if this is how we do it, but I'm going to take 2 ceramic balls now. And I'm going to get a couple of springs, if I can. Now, I don't know what these little flat brass things go to, but let's see if I can separate these springs. There we go. There's one. There's 2. All right. And they look like they are different options of resistance. See? I've got a couple of small ones there. And I've got a longer one. So if I put the longer one in, because I've got another longer one in the bag. I'm just curious. Whoops, the magnet. Magnet. All right. I'm gonna have to get my little Amsler Hurricane razor knife. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna get another tall spring. I think the short springs are also cool, but we're gonna try another long one. Which that's a little longer. Let's see what we got. Trying to untwist these real quick. There's a longer one. All right. So let's take those and that one. And I'm going to take this brass ball, this spring, these 2 springs, these 2 balls, and these little stoppers. I don't know what these little guys are, but I will figure it out. So I'm going to put those back in there, and I'm going to get my other long spring, drop it right there. Whoops, the magnet got it. Drop it right there. I'm going to take one of these ceramic balls. Whoops. That was a fail. I really don't want to dump it out. All right. So now it's much, much clickier. So it's just a little haptic clicker. I jammed out one of my, let's see what I did. I jacked something up. Ooh, there's another one of those little bases. Okay, so that's telling me something. It's got a little base in there. So what I'm going to have to do, and I'm afraid y'all are going to have to be victims. I'm going to dump these out. Alright, see, I don't know where this came from. That is a mystery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my balls. I'm going to replace them on their springs. And take my needle bearings. I'm going to take my cap. And it's just a little clicker, a little haptic clicker. And I guess by using, these might be spacers to help push those springs up. I'll have to dig them out and see what's under them. But that's pretty cool. So that is the time clicker. And guys, what I'll do is I'll leave a link to this stuff in my description so y'all can go check it out if it's something that you're kind of fidgety. So this little thing has got a little lanyard on it. I don't know about that. What is it? It's just a haptic slider. It's not magnetic, which is kind of cool. Yes, it is. It's magnetic and it's on grooves. This is called, if I'm not mistaken, the CyberPika. If you look at it, it's kind of got that Cybertruck look. It's got this little lanyard on the back of it, which what I'll do, no offense to the lanyard, because it's, I guess, to be carried. I'm going to slide that out, put it in my box. Let's get it in there. So this is a CyberPika from EDC Gear Zone. A little haptic slider that, I don't know if you can hear that here. That's the one side. That's the magnetic side. So you've got magnets and a slot, and you've got this Teflon tape. That's kind of to make it a little more quiet. You've got these little clickers in here. You've got the lanyard area, which when you have the lanyard on there, it's not going to interfere with the operation of the clicker. But it's got texturing on this one side. It says education, EDC fingertip toys. This one says on the bottom of it, adjudication, which is ADJUDICATION. Really cool. So that is the CyberPika, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the time capsule, which is a really cool little adjustable haptic coin, right? That you can change up the springs. And I was on their site looking at stuff. They've got all kinds of different fidget stuff. So I will check this stuff out, keep it in my pocket for a while, take it apart, kind of learn how it works. And then I'll come back and I'll probably do a review on both these pieces together. You know, just kind of tell you what my thoughts are, if I think they're a good investment, if I think there's something that you might like. This, you know, I'll get you some weights and stuff like that, because this is, I like more substantial things, and this has got a little weight to it. This also has a little weight to it. It's got a great shape, really feels good in the hand when I'm clicking it or when I'm not, and I like that it's got the groove so it's not going to pop off like some of my other fidgets do, some of my fidget boys and some ACD, EDC, or whatever you call that. So we'll take a look at this stuff. It is from Wanersen. I will put a link to the website. I will put a link to the Instagram, and you guys check it out. Hope you find this video somehow entertaining, informative, educational maybe. I just check stuff out and want to share it with you guys. But I do appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming by. I would very much appreciate if you would take just a second and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. You can like it or dislike it if you want to. That's totally up to you, as is hitting the subscribe button. I just really appreciate it. But what I always ask is please, please, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please, please, please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.